Hi, welcome to the podcast. My name is Jaison, the host of the show. We've been talking to the strong, lovely Nileena. Nileena, welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
Okay. Nileena, your jewelry and your designs are well accepted and well bought for the uniqueness. Take us through the creative process.
So, in my experience as a designer over the years, one thing I've learned is that when I tried hard for a design, it doesn't always come. When I I need to give it time for
Yeah,
a design
okay.
to. I rely a lot on my subconscious for me to come out with a unique design.
I see.
And for that, what I do is I sit down every day. I sit down for a few hours, just me and the stones that I design with. And while I do that, I travel. I travel with my mind. I travel with my mind to places that I've been to physically. I love to travel. Love to go to different places, and I am a visual person. So when I travel, I imbibe the visual experiences that I have during the travel. So when I sit down, I take inspiration from these experiences I've had. So, but when I say that, it doesn't mean that I sit down and then I get inspiration and I draw. Okay, design just doesn't come like that. And I've had my friends and family sometimes make fun of me for this. So I've always said that when I sit down to design, the design just doesn't come. And I get my designs that I personally love mostly at very odd times, like sometimes during my sleep, or sometimes when I'm busy with something else. I used to be a little embarrassed to talk to people
Why?
about this.
Did people make fun of you?
Yeah, a little bit. But until I watched a TED talk by Elizabeth Gilbert, in which she says clearly that a lot of creative geniuses have a creative process like this, where they get their designs and results at a very odd time. So after listening to that, I am relieved, I must say, to know that I'm on the right path.
You're not insane, right?
Exactly.
It is indeed a very different or very creative way of actually.
Yeah, I rely a lot on my subconscious for it. Like I said, it's not just me coming with the design. I just, it's like inputting your data, and then after a while, the result comes out. It processes and comes out.
You let it come to you, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so you believe so you must actually believe that having a very healthy mind and mental well-being must be of high value or must be of huge importance for you, right?
Yes. I would say not just for me as an artist, but mental well-being is extremely important for everybody, especially in the current times. Think about it. The moment you open your eyes in the morning after you wake up, you have people, things, and products fighting for your attention. You're waking up into a world full of noise. And it's very important for you to find your space amidst all that. And especially for a designer, I think it's very important for you to find yourself there, because you can come out with a design unique to yourself only with that. Like, you need to be in touch with yourself. It's only when you can find your voice in the noise.
How do you ensure that? Like, what are the different activities that you engage yourself in to make sure that you stay mentally active and you have a very healthy mind?
So currently, there are two things that I go to, that I do every day to ensure this. First one, I would say, is my me time, and I cannot do without it right
What's
now.
that?
So every day after I wake up, it could be as soon as I wake up, or sometimes after I send my daughter to school, I take out 1 hour for myself, at least 1 hour for myself, where I just sit down with maybe my cup of coffee and away from all screens. I keep my phone away, everything. It's just me and, the coffee. And then I sit down and I reflect. I reflect about the previous day. I strategize for my work. I plan for the day. Sometimes I think of designs that I'm working on, and different functions, different roles that I'm playing in my life. So as a mother, as an entrepreneur, as a designer, I sit down and plan for these roles while I'm here. I would say this is the time of the day when I what I use to recalibrate myself, to function for the rest of the day. And I would say these days, after doing it, it's kind of a meditation. It's not exactly a meditation, but something like it.
Right,
And these days, it's very difficult for me to function without having that
me
1
time,
hour
isn't it?
of bliss.
Oh, right. Okay.
So
and what's the
that's-
second thing?
Yeah, so the second thing, I think everybody knows me for it, is physical fitness.
Yeah.
Because-
Of course. Strongly, Nileena. Yeah.
Strongly, yeah. So, but physical fitness is very, very important, not just for me, for anybody to stay mentally fit. Like mental wellness and physical wellness is very well correlated. And not just for me, it's proven. There are a lot of studies proving that.
Yes, I would agree with you. Like it is said that it is one of the best antidepressants.
Exactly.
It's a great pill.
Yes, a great pill, I would say. So these two things, I personally cannot do without,
isn't it?
for my mental fitness.
Still, there can be days where you feel that you can't move ahead any further. You can't get around it and find a solution. What's your go-to thing? What do you do?
So those days are there for everyone, right? Like
every day is not the same, isn't it?
Exactly. So there are days when you feel like you're on the top of the world. You feel like everything is going perfect, one particular day, and the very next day it's the opposite.
Yeah.
You feel like the entire world is against you, right?
Yeah.
So those days, for me, it keeps happening, and those days are like you're stuck. You don't know what to do, and then it's like one of those songs where I don't want to do anything today. I just don't want to get up from the bed and all that. So there are certain days like that, and days when I feel like stuck. It could be regarding motherhood, it could be work, it could be personal things. So what I do on those days is
stay in the bed and think.
Yeah, I'm an overthinker. So my first go-to solution is to think and solve. But trust me, that's not the best. That
doesn't get you anywhere.
No,
right?
it doesn't. You shouldn't do that. But once I've done that, once I realize overthinking isn't going to work, I go to my friends. I rely on friends, family, support groups, even expert professional help. So be it profession, be it motherhood, be it anything that you might be stuck in your life, I think it's very important for you to have people you can talk to. Like I said, I'm an overthinker. So at times what I've felt is when I try to find a solution in my head, if I just talk it out to someone, like a friend, they might not have a solution for you, but just voicing it out to them actually helps you come up with a solution.
It clears your head, isn't it?
Yes, exactly. So a friend actually has told me, having a good friend to talk to is like an indirect therapy.
Oh, which one?
Well, you know that.
This friend, right?
Yeah, it is very true.
Yes, I do believe in it.
So
Jokes apart, I believe that having a good friend is like a therapy.
It is.
It's like I call it indirect therapy.
So having a friend, support group, somebody to talk to, it's very important. Like, whatever difficulties it might be, it's very important to have someone or some group where
you
can
maintain
go
a
to.
very good network of experts.
Exactly. Experts or anybody, I would say, whom you can be free to talk to. Like, you can freely talk about it.
Even when it comes to really personal thing like your legal separation, how did you cope with it?
So legal separation or divorce, I would say, even though it's become very common in our society
It has.
now, it's still a stigma. It is still something that everyone's very hesitant to talk about. And even for me, my decision to separate from my 9-year-old marriage, even though it was a very thought out decision, Shanton and I, even though we're very good friends now and great parents to our daughter Yara, the whole process was very hard. And I'm thankful that I had my friends and my family to talk to and help me through the process. It was divorce, I would say, at least in my case, I consider it as us maturing ourselves, getting matured, and then growing as people, and then when we realized that this is what we wanted in life is two completely different things. We took help, we figured out what we should do, and then we took the difficult decision of
Parting ways.
parting
isn't it?
ways. But yeah, it was hard, but like I said,
It
having
was a
support
sign
groups
of maturity for you.
and
isn't it?
having support groups and friends helped a lot.
How did you cope with it? Like, without affecting your personal life or your work?
I would be lying if I said it did not affect my personal life or work.
It did, right?
Divorce in however it happens is a trauma. And I think we should accept it. We should know that there is a lot of healing that needs to happen after a divorce. So I had my down days. I had my days when I was questioning myself whether I'm taking the right decision. We had a 6-year-old daughter, and then there's so many lives that's going to be affected by it, right? So I had to convince myself first that this is the right way to go. And then there were a lot of loved ones who
Needed
wanted
assurance, isn't it?
convincing and assurances. So I have to do that. So all this process was difficult.
Yeah.
And there were days when I was completely down and I couldn't function. And what I understood was, you're human, you're not a machine. You have your feelings, your emotions, and you need to listen to them. So on the days you're down, let it be. Give your body and mind time to heal
And recover.
and recover. Yeah. So it was.
There are quite a lot of wrong notions about mental well-being and divorce and things like that. What would your advice be to someone younger and facing a similar situation, or someone like an artist?
Not just for divorce. For mental well-being, the first thing that you need to be aware of, the first thing that you need to take care of is yourself. Self-love is very important. I know there are people talking about self-love right now, but even
Self-love,
now,
but not selfishness.
not
isn't it?
selfishness, self-love. And a lot of people misunderstand self-love for selfishness. Self-love is very important. And even though there are many people talking about self-love, it is some people, it's not looked upon the right way. I'm sure many people understand when I say that, but then self-love is one thing that I think I would tell everyone to
Prioritize
prioritize. Yes.
yourself,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yes, prioritize yourself and then do what is needed for you to stay happy.
Nileena, it was lovely talking to you. It was a great time. Thank you so much for all the inputs, and we wish you all the best for your career. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for having me here.
Thank you.